in treating septic tank waste uses Mother Nature's own technology. The Remediator breathes new life into septic systems the natural way, in providing oxygen and aerobic bacteria to help restore a failing septic system. The Aquaworx Remediator is installed inside an existing septic tank and sits on the bottom of the tank, allowing for easy installation. A small air pump housed above ground pumps a consistent flow of air into the Remediator, keeping the environment well aerated so the rejuvenating bacteria stay active and productive. A bacterial catalyst is placed in the center of the Remediator. The bacteria thrive in the oxygen-rich environment of the Remediator and make their way through the tank and into the leach field, where they go to work breaking down the anaerobic biological conditions. The following components are part of the Remediator system: rake and shovel, Phillips screwdriver and wrench, hand saw and tape measure, primer and glue, mastic, riser, half-inch PVC T or elbow, 7/8" hole saw drill bit, half-inch PVC Schedule 40 pipe, multiple half-inch PVC 90-degree elbows, half-inch quick connect union, optional, anti-tampering screws. Be sure when unpacking the Aquaworx Remediator unit to check for signs of damage. You should notify Aquaworx immediately if any damage has occurred. When unpacked, remove the threaded rod from the top of the unit. This rod is a shipping aid and should not be installed with the unit. The following instructions in this video are for a typical 500 to 2,000 gallon residential septic tank installation. Other installations may have additional requirements based on site conditions. A Remediator installation requires a septic tank riser to allow for piping connections and future inspections and maintenance. You can use a plastic or concrete riser. If a tank does not have a riser, one must be installed on the outlet side of the tank for best results. If there are access limitations, then the unit can be installed in the inlet end. You will need enough riser to allow for the half-inch airline assembly, as well as enough height to reach grade. The floating solids layer should be less than 6 inches and the bottom sludge layer should be less than 3 inches. If either of the layers is greater than this, you should have the tank pumped. If pumping is needed, the tank should be visually inspected for leaks. Aquaworx recommends a minimum liquid depth of 38 inches for proper unit operation. If tank is pumped, either refill the tank with 38-inch liquid depth or allow for the tank to refill prior to turning the unit on. An appropriate location for the air pump must be identified. The air pump can be located in a garage, shed, basement, or other suitable structure. If none of these locations are available, the pump can be located outside in a plastic basin. Be sure to locate the pump within 3 feet of an electrical source. Once the air pump location has been selected, a 4 to 6 inch wide by 8 to 10 inch deep trench must be dug from the air pump to septic tank riser so that the trench intersects outside of the riser at approximately a 90-degree angle. Then drill a 7/8 inch hole through the riser at or near the bottom of the trench. Install a half-inch PVC Schedule 40 pipe through the hole so that it extends into the riser at least 12 inches. The area where the airline enters the riser must be sealed with mastic or by similar means. Finally, run the half-inch PVC Schedule 40 pipe back to the air pump and glue the pipe into the flexible air connections male adapter that is provided. If a basin is required, the following section will demonstrate proper installation practices. The basin should be waterproof and manufactured specifically for an outdoor environment and should have a minimum diameter of 20 inches and a minimum height of 12 inches. Place the basin within 3 feet of an electrical source, preferably in a shady spot. Do not bury the basin. Once the basin has been placed in the selected location, the air pump must now be installed. Everything you need is included in the Remediator. Drill a 7/8 inch hole through the basin near the top. Cut the PVC close nipple that is provided to 1 1/2 inches in and glue the close nipple to the female adapter. Make certain the threaded barb adapter on the clear tube air pump connector is tightly threaded into the PVC 90-degree elbow, also provided. Tighten the hose clamp on the barb end. Position the air pump in the center of the basin. Estimate the correct length for the clear plastic tubing. Put the second hose clamp over the open end of the clear plastic tube. Then slide the tube over the outlet port of the air pump and tighten the hose clamp. Slip the PVC 90-degree elbow over the close nipple to ensure the clear tube is not kinked. Make sure the threaded rod has been removed from the top of the unit before beginning the installation process. Included with the unit is a piece of rope. Thread the ends of the rope through the holes left by the threaded rod and tie with non-slip knots. This rope will be utilized to lower the unit into the septic tank and to remove it for future maintenance needs. Prime and glue a piece of 1/2-inch PVC Schedule 40 pipe into the coupling within the 4-inch center tube. The length of this pipe should allow it to vertically cross the horizontal PVC pipe coming into the riser. Use the rope to lower the unit into the septic tank. Place the unit with the airline assembly as close as possible to the inside wall of the riser. Because the unit sits on the bottom of the septic tank, the rigid PVC airline assembly adds stability when glued in place. The unit should be positioned below the riser for easy access to the top of the unit. Anchor the rope to the ground with a stake or other means so that it does not fall into the tank while completing the airline assembly. To complete the airline assembly, cut the 2 PVC pipes to the appropriate length. Make a glued connection with a 1/2-inch PVC 90. The next step is to remove the bacterial catalyst assembly from the packaging. Glue a 1/2-inch PVC Schedule 40 pipe into the coupling end of the bacterial catalyst assembly, creating an extension. The extension should be long enough to extend up into the riser when the bacterial catalyst assembly is set down into the installed unit. Cut the PVC pipe to a length so that it is a few inches below the lid of the riser and glue on a 1/2-inch PVC T or elbow as a handle. This facilitates the removal and replacement of the bacterial catalyst assembly. Then slide the PVC extension with the bacterial catalyst assembly down the center PVC pipe of the unit. As long as it is submerged within the air column in the unit, then it is positioned correctly. The last step in the assembly process is to secure the bacterial catalyst assembly with a zip tie to the airline assembly pipe coming out of the unit and to tie off the excess rope from the unit to the horizontal airline pipe. It is important to make the proper electrical connection to the basin and the air pump. It is recommended that you have a qualified electrician wire a GFCI protected connection to the pump. All electrical service must meet the codes and ordinances of the local authority having jurisdiction over electrical installations. Make sure you plug the air pump into a GFCI rated electrical outlet. The pump should then begin to operate and it will begin to make a humming sound. Check all PVC pipe and fitted joints for evidence of air leaks. Make sure liquid over the unit is being actively agitated and aerated and that the bacterial catalyst assembly is submerged. Unpleasant and noxious odors will become noticeable but typically subside within 48 hours. As a precaution, never enter an empty septic tank. Septic gases are extremely hazardous and can cause death. You should place the riser lid over the top of the riser opening to reduce exposure to these gases. Also, remember, white PVC pipe and fittings are not UV resistant, so all exposed pipe and fittings must be covered or painted. Finally, backfill trenches and bury all 1/2-inch PVC pipes to restore the landscaping. Follow-up inspections are recommended between the first and third week after startup. Congratulations! You have successfully installed your Aquaworx Remediator unit. With proper standard care and maintenance, a septic system and the Remediator unit can provide many years of reliable, cost-efficient performance. Installers and homeowners can maintain the life and health of a septic system by following these practical guidelines. Be sure to check and pump the tank regularly. Have a local septic contractor check the tank every 2 to 3 years. Get the tank pumped every 3 to 5 years. Conserve water. Turn off faucets. Repair or replace leaky plumbing fixtures. Space out heavy water-using activities such as washing clothes. Keep drains clear. Non-biodegradable materials such as rubber, plastics, metals, and cooking fats can damage or clog the tank. Use household chemicals sparingly. Excessive use of disinfectants, bleach, and similar products can hinder a septic system's natural biological processes. Don't use additives that claim to extend septic system life. They do not affect the need for periodic pumping. Don't have water softener backwash discharge into septic tank. Salt can kill bacteria. Keep surface water away from leach field. Divert exterior drainage pipes and driveway runoff away from the leach field. Encourage the right plant growth. Remove trees that grow water-seeking roots. Grow grass or ground cover over the leach field to prevent erosion. Avoid physical damage to the system. Don't drive over the system. Don't cover the system with concrete or blacktop. Aquaworx by Infiltrator recommends that your Aquaworx Remediator be serviced by an Aquaworx certified installer or other certified provider per the following schedule within the first year. Startup inspections within the first 1 to 3 weeks of initial startup. Inspections of all accessible system components for proper fit and function. Verification of solid levels and reduced odors in septic tank and visual inspection for surfacing effluent above leach field. Mid-year inspection within 6 months of initial startup. Inspections of all accessible system components for proper fit and function. Verification of solid levels and reduced odors in septic tank and visual inspection for surfacing effluent above leach field. Cleaning of air pump filter and inspection of basin assembly, septic tank riser, riser lid, and seals. Year-end inspection after 1 year of operation. Inspections of all accessible system components for proper fit and function. Verification of solid levels and reduced odors in septic tank and visual inspection for surfacing effluent above leach field. Cleaning of air pump filter and inspection of basin assembly, septic tank riser, riser lid, and seals. Removal and replacement of bacterial catalyst assembly. The Aquaworx offers a 1-year performance warranty. Your local Aquaworx certified installer is equipped to handle your warranty claim quickly and efficiently. Aquaworx Remediator unit offers a natural alternative to replacing a failing septic system. By pumping oxygen-rich air into a septic tank, its special blend of bacteria begin to thrive and break down the accumulated biomass. Property owners and installers have a simple, cost-effective solution for treating a failed septic system. The Remediator literally breathes new life into septic tanks, the natural way. For more information or to receive a free product brochure, call 1-877-278-2979 or visit our website at www.aquaworx.com. A complete set of written installation instructions is available for download from our website at www.aquaworx.com.